With the looming power crisis next year, all eyes are on the energy industry to try to find ways to prevent this from happening. Now, a two-day conference called Energy Smart Philippines 2014 will soon be held to discuss various issues in the energy sector, specifically energy efficiency, renewable energy, and clean technology solutions. All sounds good, but to tell us more, we have in the studio Martial Beck, the Vice President and General Manager of the European Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines, to tell us more about this. Good morning, Martial.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here and for waking up so early to be with us on Daybreak.
No problem at all.
Okay, so tell me about this this conference. It's 2 days, correct?
Yes, it is a two-day conference. It starts tomorrow, September 30, at SMX Mall of Asia, and it will last for 2 days. It's an exhibition and also a conference at the same time.
Right. What can we expect for the people who will be attending this? What can they expect to see there?
Well, I mean, we will have technology. We will have some companies showcasing solar power. Others will showcase hydropower and wind power and even biomass or biogas power. That is what we will have on display at the exhibition, which is free for everybody to attend.
Free admission. Oh, good. That's a magic word. We're all there.
And we have a conference taking place at the same time. The conference will basically talk about so many ways of how to save energy, how to generate energy from renewable sources.
Right, which is important because now, you know, a lot of countries have started depleting significantly their natural resources, and we're looking for ways to, you know, generate energy in a way that wouldn't hurt us much further. You would say, yeah. Yep. Okay, what do you think is, in all honesty, Martial, level with me here, what do you think is the true energy situation here in this country?
Well, the thing is, we are a bit tight in our energy generation. That is why currently we are looking and talking a lot in the news about a possible power shortage in summer next year. So this is something we have to work hard to prevent. And the private sector is united with government to find ways and really how to do this in a way that makes sense. That's why we called our event Energy Smart. We believe there are so many smart ways to avert the power crisis.
Right.
For instance, when we talk about energy, we have to look at it from a big perspective. We can save energy. The energy we can save is energy we don't need to generate.
Right.
And that's actually the cheapest way of really looking at energy. So there's a lot we can do, and it really starts also from everybody. Every individual has to do his own share.
We have to pitch in,
We have to look at ways how we can consume less energy at home, for instance, but even in factories and in buildings. And that's what we'll talk about during the conference.
Yeah, you don't want to give everything away right now.
I cannot give everything away.
But you're saying, you know, clean energy solutions for a more competitive Philippines. Now, for people who think that this is all just like nice words put together, in much easier terms, how do you explain this to mean something to us? What exactly kind of clean energy solutions that are attainable for us to help us become more competitive? Is it just solar panel?
It is not just that. It's really a mix of so many things. In fact, the Philippines is importing a lot of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and this costs really a lot. I mean, our price of energy is pretty high in the Philippines.
Oh, yes.
And we notice that every month when we pay our bill. But I think that's why we say that, you know, come to this event, let's talk together about how we can do something to lower the cost of power. And we really want to encourage more use of renewable energy. You know, when we look at all the resources the Philippines has, the sun, we have the wind, we have oceans, and we're not even talking about that so much yet, but so much can be tapped in the ocean. And then we look at agricultural waste. The farmers have a lot of agricultural waste that can be used and turned into energy. And when we do that, farmers earn more. So there were so many win-wins to be had in the energy sector.
When you say agricultural waste, does that include also their livestock, like, you know, the animal waste?
Yes, it includes that, which can be
gas,
it can be turned into gas. The gas can then be burned, and you can generate electricity with that. That's one way, but also rice husk and rice straw, coconut husk. And of course, the waste from sugarcane, bagasse, is already used by some sugar mills to turn it into energy. And it can be in a large scale, but it can also be in a small scale. It can be just at the household level. So there is so much that can be done, and we want to explain that during our conference and exhibition.
Great. Well, you know, not to make you divulge so much more, but on an individual level, how do we, as you know, as one person, how do we contribute to preventing the energy, you know, crisis from happening?
By consuming less electricity.
Simple things, right?
Simple things like, for instance, not when we use the aircon at home, we do not need to make it so very cold. You know,
so the temperature, you mean the thermostat?
The thermostat can be set at, instead of, let's say, 22 degrees or 21 degrees.
18.
You like it at 18, you like it cold.
I'm a polar bear.
All right, well, I mean, setting it at 23 or 24 degrees,
would be
you know,
better.
that will be better because then you need less electricity.
Right.
And that saving that everybody, multiply that by hundreds of thousands or even millions of people, in the end it really matters. It makes a lot of difference.
Wow.
The other thing we can do is, for instance, lighting. A lot of lighting that we use is inefficient. It consumes a lot of wattage. If we turn from conventional lighting to LED lighting, that will save a whole lot of megawatts that are generated.
Right.
So I think we made some computations. A few hundred megawatts could be saved by simply switching from traditional lighting to LED lighting.
And collectively, that does, you know, when you accumulate everything, it does come out to be a big, significant number.
Exactly.
We save.
It really means hundreds of megawatts.
That's right.
I mean, the shortage that we're looking at next year, to be really clear, is not a huge shortage. It's a few hundred megawatts, but when industry has looked at this, and we feel that with all the power that's available, and the savings we can achieve, probably the crisis, so-called crisis, can be averted.
Right. Okay. And also, from what I've read, this is limited to Luzon, correct? The power outage.
Well,
supposedly,
it is. Well, it would affect the whole country.
The whole country.
But Mindanao will be probably okay next year. But the shortage is more of a problem for Luzon and the Visayas, really, because these are all connected.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we have all that information. It's going to be flashing on your screens. It's right behind us, actually. So if you guys would like to attend this conference, it is happening tomorrow.
It starts tomorrow. And we are so happy that actually President Aquino will be there to open the event with us. And many people from government are expected, and many people from private sector. I mean, everybody really is invited to this to this exhibition, and the conference as well. So please contact us at the European Chamber so we can give you more information. It's still time to register. There is no limited seats. So please come and join us for this event.
Great. Well, we'll see you there.
All right.
Thanks for joining us this morning. That's Martial Beck, Vice President and General Manager of the European Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines.